What if I told you this machine never stops? No batteries, no fuel, just motion, forever. Sounds impossible, right? It is. And yet, in these simulations, it looks completely real. Today we're going to look at 5 different toys, and we're going to find out how they work, which is the coolest, which lasts the longest, and which one is a complete scam. But first, what is perpetual motion? Put simply, it's the idea of a machine that keeps moving forever, without any energy input, no friction slowing it down, no energy loss as heat. Just endless motion. But unfortunately, that breaks the fundamental laws of physics. In the real world, every moving object loses energy. Maybe friction, air resistance, heat. Something always drains it, which means true perpetual motion machines don't exist. Maybe that's why these toys are so intriguing. So how do these toys create the illusion? The first one we're going to look at is this. The perpetual motion marble run. The marble runs down the chute, picking up enough speed to fly back up to the top. It goes round and round, then drops down through the hole, and repeats the whole cycle again. And I can even pick up the whole thing and hold it in my hands. But how does it work? Where are the energy losses, and where's the energy gain? There's friction between the ball and the chute as it rolls down, there's noise, and also air resistance. Yet when it gets to the bottom, there's enough speed to roll back up to where it started. I'll let you into the secret. A few days ago, when it arrived, I opened up the box and took it out, and it also came with a bunch of marbles and this, a charging cable. You've probably guessed by now. Inside, hidden in the base, is a battery. There's also some clever circuitry, an electromagnet, a capacitor, and some sort of trigger. When the ball gets to the right position, the capacitor quickly discharges, quickly powering the electromagnet, which pushes the marble at the key moment, lifting it right back up to the top. Then the marble rolls back down the track, losing energy, remember. Then, as it approaches the boost point, the sensor detects its position, the capacitor discharges, and the electromagnet gives it another push. All powered from a hidden rechargeable battery. Pretty cool, huh? It tricks your intuition because the electronics are hidden and the motion is smooth and continuous. And there's no sign of any power source when you're using it, meaning you can place it anywhere. But there is a secret button. Check this out. Hidden here at the top, there's a touch-sensitive button. Slide your finger over the top and it turns it off. So now when we put a marble down, there's nowhere near enough energy for it to return to the top. But let's see, how long will it last on a full charge? I placed a marble on and started the timer. Let me know in the comments how long you think it'll last. And also, can you guess which gadget's going to last the longest? We'll be coming back to it at the end of the video to see the results. But next, let's explore this. It's a beautiful spinning globe that levitates in midair and rotates. You can even remove it to look at, hold it in your hand, and study all the detail on the globe. Then replace it and leave it spinning. It really is a showstopper, a great talking point that makes everyone curious the second they see it. So how does it work? Here's the box it came in when I bought it. It's nicely packaged, here's the globe, and you can hear it's hollow. Then the next thing I took out was this. That's right, it's a power adapter. Of course, there had to be some external energy somewhere. There was also this little tool, and this base, which goes around it. And here you are, there's a power socket on the back. And if we try putting the globe in between to see if it'll hover without any power, it just won't. It either falls to the floor and rolls away, or it snaps to the top. So there must be a magnet inside the globe, and at the top. Then I noticed if I try and roll it on the table, it's definitely heavily weighted on one side. It's at the centre, at the very top, underneath the Arctic Ocean. There's a magnet inside of it here. But if we plug it in and switch it on, the stand lights up and looks really good. And now when I put the globe in and try, oh, it still doesn't work. But then with a bit of practice, I found the sweet spot. And there it was, hanging in mid-air, floating in space. It's a little bit wobbly when you first spin it, but after that settles, it looks stunning. I was even able to take a piece of cardboard and slide it all the way around the globe without it being affected. So how is this working? We know there's a magnet inside the globe, and also the one at the top. So you might be thinking, if you set it at the right point, it'll just sit there floating. But if that were the case, why wouldn't it work without the power source? Purely static magnetic levitation is unstable. The globe just falls down, or the magnets snap together. The clever thing about this gadget is the electromagnet at the top is actually constantly adjusting in real time, based off a sensor inside. This generates a controllable magnetic field, which stops the globe snapping to the top, or falling out of the sweet spot and landing on the table. The system relies on active stabilization, not just magnets. And once it's levitating, we can give it a spin and admire it. I can demonstrate it working by switching the power off. The globe either falls to the bottom or snaps to the top, so you need the power to be on. I think it looks coolest when it's slowly spinning, with no wobble at all. But let's see how long it'll last if I spin it with my hand now as fast as I can. Even though it's levitating in the air, it's still subject to air resistance. There may be some heat loss, and there's also energy dissipation from the electromagnet. So we'll find out at the end how long this one continued to spin. If you like this kind of video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my new content. I've got loads more coming soon. And who knows, maybe you can help to grow the channel to 10 million subscribers one day. That's my dream. Next up, we've got this. A glass bulb, almost like a light bulb, which sits quietly on your desk, and inside there's spinning vanes. But there's no sound. No motor, no visible forces. It feels like a trick, like something hidden must be driving it. But there's nothing there. No wires, no wind, no magnets, no batteries. Just the black and silver vanes turning inside. So how does it work? When I took it out of the box and lifted it out of the packaging, I was slightly surprised to see there are no accessories. What you see is what you get. Then, when I placed it down, it started to spin. So here's the science. Inside the glass is a partial vacuum. This creates a low-pressure environment, allowing the vanes to spin with minimal drag. But how do they spin? If we look closely, you can see one side of each vane is black, and the other side is silver. For it to work, it needs to be in the light, either sunlight or a flashlight. And when light hits the vanes, the black side absorbs more energy and heats up. And the shiny sides reflect most of it and stay cooler. That temperature difference is the key. Gas molecules near the warmer black surface move faster and collide with more force than those on the cooler side. This creates a tiny imbalance in pressure, gently pushing the vane away from the hotter side. And if we multiply that effect across all four vanes, we get a steady, continuous rotation. Pretty cool, huh? Powered not directly by light, but by tiny differences in temperature. It's a very clever heat engine. Don't forget to stay to the end to see which of these gadgets last the longest. Now, check this out. It's an absolutely stunning wave machine simulator. It rocks back and forward like a seesaw, and as the beautiful blue wave crashes into one end, it flows back over the top, changing direction, and tipping the balance as it rushes the other way, then crashes against the opposite end. Then the whole process repeats, back and forth. But how does this gadget work? When it arrived, I took it straight out of the box to have a look, and the first thing that I opened up and unwrapped was this. The wave tank. It's made of clear plastic, and inside is this vibrant blue liquid, but also a transparent fluid. The blue liquid is coloured water, and the clear liquid is oil. So they'll never mix. And you can also see there's an air bubble at the top. But what's in the second box? I opened it up and unwrapped it, and it's the base of the seesaw. But if we take a closer look, there's an interesting linkage inside. And if we look at the bottom, here's the secret. Of course, it's battery powered. Something needs to keep it moving. So I inserted a battery and pressed the little button here on the end. It spins a small motor, rotating a cam, which lifts this bar up and down, and it rests against the lobe, which lifts it up and down, creating the back and forward tilt. The pivot point underneath the tank is off-center, so it naturally rocks back down after it's been pushed up. So it might look like it just rocks back and forward, crashing from one end to the other in an endless cycle. There is, of course, an external energy source making it work, and if I press the button to turn it off, it quickly comes to a rest. I do love how quiet the motor is on this. You can hardly hear it, and the whole thing has a big visual impact. It's really striking and beautiful. And I also love playing with it in my hands, rocking it back and forward, watching it swirl, then clip it back onto the base. It looks really cool in the dark with a light shining behind it, but how long will this one last? I set the timer, and later we'll be comparing it to the others to see which one lasted the longest. But next we're going to look at this. The little metal marbles run round and around the track, then get lifted back up to the top inside of this gear wheel. There's 2 different routes for the marble to follow, and they merge back together near the end. This one isn't really a perpetual motion simulator, but it is really cool. That's why I wanted to show it to you. For it to work, it's powered by batteries, which turn this motor, but what I really like about it is you have to build it yourself. It's a flat pack 3D puzzle. We get 4 sheets of 3mm plyboard, which contain all of the pieces we need to make it. Each component has been precision cut, with the use, I think, of a laser. Pop them out, and they've all been labelled to coincide with the instructions. Building it is really fun. Pieces slot together and clip in place. You also get a little bag full of accessories, like this battery holder, which screws into the base. There's a little file, which you can use to remove any rough edges, and there's a bunch of really cool stuff that you have to build. It's a really fun project. At the start, it's just a pile of pieces, but before you know it, you're figuring it out, clipping things together, and it really starts taking shape. You need to build and install the big gear wheel, fix the motor in place, add the smaller drive gear, and when you've assembled it all, attach the wires. The instructions actually say to twist the wires around the contacts on the motor, but I want mine to be a bit more permanent, so I soldered them on. Then you can install the batteries and use this little switch to turn it on. The motor starts and turns the gears. Place the balls on, and the whole thing comes to life. There is a gentle hum from the motor, but the noise you get from the metal marbles clonking on the wooden track is far more noticeable and really nice. It's fantastic to watch. So, how long do these all last? This one kept going on its rechargeable battery for 3 hours and 42 minutes. That's not bad. And if you remember the spinning globe, there's no external energy on this one maintaining its spin. It was just the momentum it gained when I span it with my hand. And it carried on spinning for 21 minutes and 32 seconds. This radiometer is an interesting one because it's powered by the light. So if you have it on your windowsill, it continues spinning as long as there's daylight. But of course, that depends where you are in the world and what time of year it is. But if we take a world average, that would be 12 hours of daylight and motion. The beautiful rolling wave machine was the biggest surprise. How long did you think it would last? It actually kept going continuously for 14 days and 9 hours on a single battery. How crazy is that? I was very impressed. And the marble run, well, that carried on going for 15 hours and 22 minutes. So if we consider them all to be perpetual motion simulators, which is the biggest scam? Well, I guess they're all scams considering perpetual motion doesn't really exist. But here's the thing, some are more misleading than others. Or maybe we should say cleverer. If we look at the wave machine, it is beautiful, but under close observation, you can see the power button on the side and the red arm underneath lifting it up and down. And this one, well, it's not really classed as a perpetual motion simulator. You can clearly see the batteries in the motor. The globe is stunning. It's one of my favourites. But there's a clearly visible power lead that you'd need to hide if you wanted to fool someone. The radiometer, on the other hand, is so clever, using light and a partial vacuum to generate continuous movement. But I think my favourite has to be this one. It's fascinating to watch the marble completely defying physics. It definitely gets my pretty cool, huh? seal of approval for being today's coolest gadget. And if you like the new logo, let me know what merch you'd like to see it on. And keep an eye on the store. I love the way this gadget doesn't need a power lead. The only clue is the little USB port hidden underneath. But did you know this simulator is actually based on something that was invented a few years ago? And ever since the creator shared his invention with the world, there's been multiple attempts to copy it and rip it off. And you can check out this video here to see how I was scammed into buying something that wasn't even worth the shipping fee. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more cool videos like this. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.